is SEC champion head coach from Arkansas, Joseph Benak.
Great to be back, guys. Had a great season last year. Just want to touch up on some of the things that we did in Arkansas this past season up in Fayetteville. We actually had the university's first ever 11-win season, and we actually made it for the first time, or the second time in school history, to Atlanta, and for the first time in school history, won an SEC championship, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Just like to say that we're really excited about this upcoming year. We had a top 25 recruiting class, which I was really proud of. First year, it's really hard to recruit in our area of the country. We've got Oklahoma, we've got Texas, we've got Alabama in the SEC, we've got to recruit against Florida, we've got to recruit against a lot of very good teams out there, and just really happy with what we got. With that being said, I'd like to open up the floor to questions. Yes, sir, over here in the white.
Robert Green, Rivals.com. Coach, word on the street is NCAA has been investigating you for cheating on the game. Talk about 6-8-9 play. Would you go into further elaboration on that, please?
Yeah, I'll touch up on that. The NCAA has been they've been on Arkansas's tail the past 8 weeks or so. Ever since we started, we went on a little run there. We won 8 games in a row. They think that we're running a play called 6-8-9. It's in a playbook 4 wide receiver set, which is really, really dumb that the NCAA would actually come in and actually investigate, because the whole year we ran 5 wide. If you look at these stats, I had probably 4 or 5 wide receivers over 800 yards in receiving. So it's really hard to come down to that. We have a lot of good playmakers. We have Derek Cooley, our quarterback. He threw for 6,000 yards. So with him and our wide receivers, it's we got a really good team. Next question. Yes, sir.
Coach, Matthew Barnaby, Chicago Sun-Times again. On that topic right there, you have a running back, your lead rusher rushed for 204 yards, and you have one receiver who has 1,300 yards. That sounds to me like running the same play over and over and over again.
Well, we run the spread offense at Arkansas. We don't run the ball much at all. The only rushing we do is inside the 5-yard line. We run 5 wide sets, like I said before, and we like to throw the ball around. We got a good quarterback, good wide receivers, got a lot of playmakers. Yes, sir.
Coach, Benak, Craig James, ESPN. Coach, can you elaborate on how big this season was for Arkansas, knowing the past history that this team has had, and can you give us further information on how big the future is for this Razorback squad?
Absolutely. Like I said before, Arkansas has never won an SEC championship. We've been to Atlanta one other time before this. That's back when Houston Nutt was in Arkansas, and well, we had a really good year. I'll say that much, and we got big plans coming up in the future. We got a top 25 recruiting class coming in, and I say we'll be out working hard every day. Yes, sir.
Coach Sean Stevenson, Birmingham News. Is this Arkansas team this season ready to contend for a national championship?
I think we are. It's all going to come down to the scheduling that we're going to have this year. This past year we played 10 teams ranked in the top 25, and we got lucky a few games. We also suffered a loss there at Auburn that we shouldn't have lost to them at all. But it's going to come down to the scheduling. It's going to come down to see if the players want to make the plays in the right time. It's going to come down to just having the heart to win every game. Want to be out there every day and get better at each and every day. Yes, sir.
Big Man Dyke, Atlanta Journal. How big was your quarterback Coley for you this season?
Well, Dick, he was huge. I mean, obviously, Nobody's ever thrown for that many passing yards in one season in the history of the NCAA football. He threw for 6,027 yards, and he sat out the last 2 games due to injury. Broke a finger. He's coming back this year, which is huge, and we're real excited about this upcoming season. Yes, sir.
Coach Sean Stevenson again, Birmingham News. Just touch on your goals for this season. I understand the national championship, but is it about anything else? Graduating players? Is it about that, or is it just about winning here at Arkansas?
It's about graduating players. Absolutely, 100%. Arkansas is ranked in the top 25 in the country in graduating our athletes, and we take pride in that. We also take pride in winning football games too. We're going to take it 1 week at a time, one play at a time. So our goals are out in front of us. National championship, win every game. Let's go. Next question.
Coach, next year, could you bring those stats for us? Because we're going to need to see those stats on paper next year where you're top 25 in the country.
Absolutely, I will. Go ahead.
Sean Stevenson again, Birmingham News. Coach, would you touch on how have you talked to your players about dealing with the media hype? Because last year you snuck up on a lot of teams, not really much media hype, and I'm sure there's been buzzards buzzing around the Arkansas campus this season. Have you guys made a plan on how you're going to deal with that? Have you discussed it with your players? Just can you touch on that for me?
Well, we haven't really talked about it much, to be honest with you. We've in Fayetteville, we have like a couple stoplights and a Walmart. That's about it. Not much media up there, but we know that we have a good team this year. We know that people have been talking a little bit, but we're just ready to get the season started and show everybody what we can do this year. Yes, sir.
Coach, Benak, Peter Stanley, CBS News. Can you touch on how big your recruiting class is this year? Do you think you will have a couple of those guys come in and start for you right away? How do you feel about those guys?
Well, I actually feel really good about our recruiting class this year. We got 5 4-stars coming in. We got actually 3 running backs, 3 very good running backs that are going to challenge C.J. Wilson for the starting job. I know we don't run the ball very much, but we know that these running backs have great hands. We know that we can throw them out there in slot position. They can go out there and catch some balls for us. Yes, sir.
Coach, how did you get these running backs to commit if they know they're not going to get that many carries again?
Well, we like to recruit the player that is not going to be selfish with the ball. You know what I mean? We go after the high character guys, and these guys know that they want to win a championship, and they came to Arkansas to win a championship, and hopefully we can get there. Yes, sir.
Some people say you're just going to put these running backs in your 5 wide set so you just have the fastest players on the field. Is that true?
That is very true. We recruit speed to Arkansas. We don't recruit tight ends. We don't recruit fullbacks. We recruit speed. We run the spread, and we're going to put our fastest players on the field.
Any more questions for Mr. Benak? All right, we appreciate it, Coach. Thanks for being here.